Happy New Year, everybody. This is MJ from my paper journey. Welcome back. And also today is my nephew Alejandro's birthday. So hi Alejandro, happy birthday Papa. And hi Elena. Anyways, the last time that I shared with you was on some decoupage paper beads that I made. And I left off where I was just going to show you quickly that I just added the glitter marker around it, and that's where I got cut off. And also and I distress the end, the tips, and then I add the glitter glue on it first. And then on some of them, as you noticed, like this one, I started off with a bead cap, like that. And I just wrap it around it, and then I just pressed it. I added glue first, of course, and then I placed the bead cap. So that's how I made the decoupage ones from last time. And they all start with just a bead core, paper. They're plain. And then I just wrap them with fabric, and then some lace or a sheer fabric or sheer lace on it, and then I'll add other stuff. But that's how I basically made these. And I just want to start with, okay, we'll start with this one. Oops, they're kind of gluing to each other. We'll start with this weird one here first. This one is a paper bead, the core, and then I wrapped it with a bunch of loose strands of threads from fabric or from my thread spool that I had collected, and I just glued it all around it. And then I just got some embroidery thread and wrapped around it, and I added some just little rhinestones, and I think these are like 2 mil or 3 mil size rhinestones. So that's what I did on this one. And on this one here, I used a piece of fabric. I wrapped it around, and I put some lace. And I don't think I added any gold on it, but I thought it came out really cute. It's simple, nothing complicated. Now this one, it's just a plain light pink fabric. Then I wrapped some lace, and then some, if you can see here, some embroidery thread, and then I glued on some of these bead cap around it. And then, the lace I use is the lace that I coffee dyed. That's what I did on that one. And this one, the same thing, I wrapped around some lace. And I put some flat back little pearls. And I think they're like 3 millimeter size. Sorry, I'm fighting this bug, the flu bug. And this one, just the same fabric and some twined around it. And this one, just plain fabric, and then I wrapped around some of this rhinestone glitter trim, and also some of the eyelash trim around it. So that's this one here. I like this one. And this weird looking one, just fabric again with some eyelash, and then I glued on random places some pink rhinestones. And this one, fabric, and some twine, and I also did like little, I don't know if you can notice, little, trying to make little little button rows with embroidery thread, and then I glued on some pink rhinestones. But you know, they're my Shabby Chic beads, so they're not going to be perfect. I had fun making these. And then this other one, this is simple, just some light pink fabric around it and a little bit of a lace in the middle, so really simple. And then this one here, it's some trim that I got at Dollar Tree. So I wrapped it around it, and then in the center I put some of that rhinestone. And just distressed the ends a little bit. And this one just fabric and some eyelash trim at the end. Nothing, but I think it gives it a really cute look. And this one, I wrapped around some wire around it, the fabric, and then a little bit of wire, and then I decided to use one of these flowers, the mulberry, tiny little mulberry flowers, and I got these on eBay. And it's just simple bead. And this one, it's a little bit elaborate. Just the pink fabric, plain fabric, and then I use some of the crewel embroidery thread. It's a little bit thicker. It's thicker than embroidery thread. Embroidery thread, you can remove strands. On the crewel embroidery thread, it's thick. It's one strand, and you can't tear it apart. And then I glued on the little rosettes, and then I trim off the stem. But with the stem, then I wrapped it around. I think I used a crochet hook, and then I wrapped it around in between each of the little flowers. So cute. And then this other one, it's a lighter pink, and they're shabby. They're distressed. Oh, this was not distressed, so you can see that, you know, what it would look like without it. This one's distressed with some distress ink. I think I use Ranger's ink, not the Tim Holtz. And this is just embroidery, not embroidery, I'm sorry, crochet, the novelty, the special yarn. And then this one I added a bead cap. Well, not a bead cap, but I'm using them as bead caps. These that I showed you last time. And then this one doesn't have one. But I think I added some of that glitter, the glitter marker on the end. And let me see. Oh yeah. And then this, they started up, these are like upholstery fabric. It's rather thick. And I only had a small strand of this width left. I didn't have much, so I didn't want to throw it away, so I decided to wrap around it. It made them into beads. If you see the core bead, it's rather small. Most of it is the fabric, the textile. And then on this one, these are not done yet, but then on this one I wrapped around some of the lace that I have here. I just trimmed the edge off and just left a little flower, and then I added little rhinestones in between. That's what I did on this one. And these here are made with a trim that has a sewing theme. It's a ribbon that has sewing theme on it. So what I did is I cut the paper, the core bead, to the size of the trim, and I think it's 1/2 inch. Hold on a second. My son is trying to open the door. Okay, sorry about that. So that's what I did on these. And I just kind of distressed the ends a little bit. And then these are some other ones that I did. Just different. And then on this one I added the little flower as a bead cap. And these are just different ribbon trims, fabric ribbon trims. And again, you know, like I said, I cut the bead core to the size of the ribbon, so that's why they're small, because it's only about 1/2 inch wide. And I think that's about it. Pretty much all the other ones are the same. Same thing. And this one is a ribbon. I'm not done with it yet, but this is a satin ribbon that I wrapped. I just distressed the ends. So these are my Shabby Chic beads, and I hope I've inspired you, given you some ideas to pond on, and maybe get you to make some of your own. Yeah, so I hope you like you like my beads, and like I said, hopefully inspire you to make your own Shabby Chic beads. And I'll continue to play around and make some more, and I love to see what you've made. If you make some, I like to see them. Okay, so that's it for my share for today, and I hope you all have a wonderful, blessed year, and wishing you all the best. Okay, God bless.